Women crave different things in men, and attracting them can be quite the challenge. You might think that being well-connected, rich, tall, handsome, funny, charismatic might get you to keep a woman, but that might not even be true. I know that you've all heard about the multimillionaires and billionaires like Michael B. Jordan, Will Smith, Jeff Bezos, or Kanye West getting divorced by their wives. If these rich celebrities cannot manage to keep a woman, then how does a man like you and me get to keep a woman invested and attracted in us? In this video, I'm going to outline exactly what women secretly crave from a man, how doing that will get her to keep chasing after you, and how you can apply it to your current or future relationships. So, what does a woman secretly crave from a man? First, let's take a look at this clip from Chris Rock talking about unconditional love.
You gotta learn some lessons, some man lessons, okay? But there's a coldness that you have to accept when you're a man. Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something.
Alright, so in this short clip, Chris Rock states that basically a man needs to earn his love, while women, children, and even dogs get loved unconditionally. That is not completely true. What is true is that a man does have to earn his love by providing and protecting. But what is actually not true about this is that a woman actually needs to earn her love from a man in order for the relationship to work. What women crave from a man is actually his approval and guidance. Women want to please a man that has standards and is harder to please. The reason why Will Smith was not able to keep Jada satisfied, it was not because he did not give all the love he ever could to this woman. On the contrary, he gave all of his time and attention and tried his very best to make her happy. The reason why she was not happy was because he gave his love unconditionally. Women want a man that has conditions to his love. Women want a man that is able to walk away from a relationship that does not serve him. She doesn't want a pushover. A man's biggest leverage in a relationship is his ability to walk away. If the woman gets to get everything she wants from a man and doesn't need to give anything, she won't feel the need for the man and therefore will feel like she could move on with her life and get a better man or a better life. So how do you keep her chasing after you? Let's say John is a decent looking guy and he works a 9-to-5 job. He works out from time to time. He meets this girl Katie and they hit it off. John thinks that a man should love a woman unconditionally, so he buys her flowers and brings her out on dates and just showers her with all his love. He pays for everything and never asks for anything. After a couple of weeks, John feels like Katie doesn't really appreciate all the efforts he's putting for her and all the money he's spending for her as well. He feels like she's starting to give pushbacks and attitude. John doesn't understand why she would not be happy with everything that he's doing for her. He thinks that he did everything right. He talks it out with her and then they end up breaking up. Think about Will. Now let's say we go back to another universe where John meets Katie and they hit it off. In this world, John understands that he has a lot to offer and he is not willing to accept any less than he deserves. John pays for all the dates and brings flowers to Katie because he is a gentleman. When Katie does something he does not like, he withdraws his attention. Katie, on the other hand, feels like if she does not keep up with John's expectations, she will be left behind and John will find a better girl. Katie then is loyal and is always looking her best when she goes to see John. She wants to be a good girl to John and to please him as best she could. She always appreciates everything John does for her because she knows that John makes a conscious decision to spoil her. Katie feels like she has earned John's love and she never takes anything for granted. John and Katie last together as long as John still likes Katie, and John still likes Katie as long as Katie is being a good girl to John. So they last forever. The key is conditional love. Women don't want a man that gives her everything unconditionally. Women want to feel like they have earned the love of a man. A man does need to give a lot of love to a woman, but conditionally, for a woman to be satisfied. Women can find men left and right that want to please them. What is harder to find is a man with higher standards that's willing to be generous and give a lot and hold her up to a higher standard as well. That will satisfy her hypergamy. In order to have standards and hold her up to it, you must know what you are looking for in a woman first. For me, I must find a woman attractive and well-groomed. She must be wearing elegant clothing that is not too revealing, yet brings out the curves out of her body. I like a soft-spoken lady that is good with children and that doesn't give attitude or nag. Since I put effort in myself and I am a gentleman, I want a girl that can appreciate that. I want to be respected and celebrated for the hard work I put on myself. Those are just a few things I expect from a woman. Then if I don't feel like I'm being treated the way I should be, then I retrieve my attention a little, or walk away if need be. All in all, doing all the right things and giving conditional love will get all the girls chasing and satisfied. But sometimes they can still be hard to satisfy and decipher and still give you a hard time. Check out this video on how to keep a woman satisfied and never complaining. Stay focused, stay real.